Okay, so Markham, Karen, and all the other wonderful health and science campuses and future professionals. Hello, how are you? I'm Lydia Sarfati. I'm the president and founder of Repechage. I have with me Vicky Pellegrino, who is an aesthetic instructor. She will be helping me with today's webinar. And Tony, your account executive as well. We're going to do this webinar a little bit differently today. Normally I start with PowerPoints and I go over it. But today I want to spend more time on the skill set. So I'm going to start with actually the facial and take you through all the procedures and processes of how you should treat the client, what you should say, what is important and what is not. So first of all, always make sure that your trolley is set up with everything that you will need to do the treatment. So you need to have your tissues, your cotton, your product, your scissors, everything should be on the trolley. So during the facial, you're not getting up, you're not walking here, looking for this, doing that. That is very essential. Proper supplies, make sure you have your garbage can next to you. Make sure you have your water. If the sink is not available, make sure you have a bottle of water that you can refill your bowl and that everything you need is there. Put on your gloves, right? Okay, before you put on the gloves, you want to make sure that your client's head is draped, that they are comfortable, they are covered. We have the hair put in the net and in the hairband, so there's no flyaways anywhere. So once a client is situated, what you want to do is do a consultation. So I had already, my model today is Ariel, which means spring, by the way. And we had her fill out the card of any type of allergy that she may have, any type of, sensitivities. Does she have facials on regular basis? What is her skincare routine at home? So all this pertinent information should be taken down, and we use the Repechage skin charts as a duplicate. So one goes to the client, one stays with you. This way you know exactly what you did. And if you are not there and your colleague is taking care of the client when they come back, they have the record. They know what you did, and then they will know what they're using at home. Once you talk to the client, so Ariel, I have a question. What are your main concerns with your skin?
My little bumps that I have sometimes on my forehead, sometimes I get dry, and that's about it.
Okay, so dryness, most likely the little bumps on the forehead can come from perspiration, or they can come from using some hair care products, especially kind of moisturizers or conditioners that contain isopropyl myristate. So main concern, dehydration and dryness. I mean, she does have a beautiful skin, and you will see as we go close up. You then want to do analysis of the skin. And for this purpose, I'm going to use, you can use a magnifying lamp, or you can use the magnifying glasses, as I will. And if you're going to be looking at the client very closely, you want to use your face mask covering, so you're not breathing on your client, and that you have, that's very, very important, okay? So for the purpose of just consultation, I'm putting on the face mask, and I'm going to come close to the client's face, analyze the skin. And now I see the bumps that she was talking about. I didn't see that before. Ariel also has some blackheads on her nose area. Great. So what you want to do then is remove the glasses for this purpose. I'm removing my mask for the purpose of this presentation, but normally you would keep your mask on, okay? So you clearly want to describe to the client step by step of what is that you're going to be doing. Okay, that's very important. You know how you go to a dentist, and I had the root canal yesterday, so I felt so much more comfortable, even though I was in the pain, that when he was telling me exactly what he's doing, what am I going to be feeling? What should I be experiencing? And the same thing, you want to put your client at ease, explaining them each and every step along the way. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to cleanse the skin. Let's go close up. We're going to use a cleanser that's already in the single packet. So it's very easy, sanitary, perfect dose control, perfect everything. And clients love to know that you're using just products that are just for them. So I'm applying the cleanser with a little disposable brush just to get the cleanser on very nicely. And always when you use the brush, you want to first apply it in upward strokes. And then we're going to work it in with our fingertips, okay? So upward, outward strokes. And then we could also use a little bit of circular motion with the brush. So this is almost feels like shaving, right? So it feels really nice. So having nice circular motion with the brush. And you basically, feels good, Ariel?
Yes, feels great.
It feels great. Okay, well, wonderful. I love to hear that feels great. You can then take your fingertips and work it in, go down on the neck area, and then work up in circular motion, a little scissors type of around the mouth area, and then in upward circular motion, outward on the forehead, around the eye, out on the cheek area, and up and around chin, your orbiculi oris muscle. And every movement should always end at the temples, okay? Remove your hands, clean it off. I would need more tissues. Yellow. Okay. And you're then going to wet the cotton with lukewarm water. Ariel, you're going to pretend that this is nice lukewarm water, right?
Yes.
Okay, good girl. All right. Take the cotton, remove the cleanser. Again, in upward, outward strokes. Want to do it up, down on the nose, up and around on the forehead, and at the temples. Squeeze the water out from the cotton, and you're going to go back now with the same cotton, but dry one, and you're going to remove all the residue now with the drier cotton, the same one we've used to clean it off. We just remove the excess water, and we're going to dry it out. Again, upwards on the forehead and at the temples, always all procedures and at the temples. Since we had Ariel complain a little bit about the bumps on the skin, what I'm going to do for her is actually do a hybrid peel. I don't know if you can see that. Going down, 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 maybe not really. Okay, this is the BioLite Luminex mask. That's a hybrid peel. We have 20% of alpha, beta, and alpha arbutin acids with a beautiful base of creamy clay. And you apply it on the skin. So we have 20% of total percentage of acids, and the pH is 4.2. So it's a nice pH. It will work its magic in deeper cleansing. It will help with removal of dead skin cells, but it's not going to cause any reaction in terms of redness, in terms of irritation on the skin. So this is a beautiful hybrid peel that you can use very safely on most of the skin types. So again, 4.2 pH, total percentage of acids, we have at about 20. So we have glycolic acid, we have salicylic acid, we have willow bark extract, we have alpha arbutin as well.
And how long are you leaving it on?
And you want to leave this on for about 10 minutes. We're not going to do that here for the purpose of, it's like a cooking show. We're just going to speed up. But if you have a lot of product left in the bowl, you can now do a hand treatment. You can apply it on the hands. You can apply it on décolleté. You can apply it on the neck area to kind of upgrade the client to other services that you can do for them, complementary. So they will come back saying, wow, I love this. Not only did I get a facial, but also they did my hands, they did my décolleté. What a great place to come back to. So this is beautiful. So let's pretend we had the mask on for 10 minutes. And to kind of increase the process of exfoliation, I'm going to use our sonic spatula to remove the mask. So again, don't go straight down with the spatula. Do it in a 45-degree angle and just remove gently the product from the skin. So what do we remove? Not only the product, but we also remove accumulated dead skin cells. We remove deeply embedded makeup. So there is many, many wonderful things that the repechage sonic spatula can provide with exfoliation and with the particular repechage Luminex mask. Now, the repechage Luminex mask can also be used alone as just a solo treatment. When clients say, well, I don't have an hour and a half, but what can you do for me? So you can certainly do the peel with the Luminex, do it with the sonic spatula, follow up with a massage using a serum that's designated for their skin type, or I just basically always like to use C serum. It comes in a pro size. It's not very expensive. And it does wonderful hydration. And then follow up with a sheet mask. So we have many beautiful sheet masks whether your client has sensitive skin, whether they have aging skin, whether they have, sorry, did that hurt? Okay, that you feel this because you have a ring in your nose, right? Okay. Did I hurt you? Okay. So pay attention to metal in the face because it will feel like you're removing their metal, okay? So just be conscientious about it. But the skin is already starting to look brighter, more even tone. And this is just the beginning of the facial. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah.
So Ariel, this is your first facial with us, right?
Correct.
Well, Ariel just started in customer service. She's actually assistant to Tony. So you will be hearing from her more often.
Oh,
Hello. And she's very cute.
thank you.
So again, very gently. So with the sonic spatula, you don't want to rush, okay? You have to really take your time, do it gently, because you don't want to scratch the client's skin. You don't want to aggravate their skin. So you're going to go very gently in all of your approaches. Okay, hold the nose with one finger, work with the other. And the nice thing about the repechage sonic spatula, it's kind of a more advanced method of brushing, right? So normally in the school, you're learning about using the brush machine. Here we kind of gone a bit more high tech. And instead of using just a brushing machine, we're using the sonic spatula. So any of you that have experienced, for example, sonic toothbrush, right? Sonic toothbrush will give you that wonderful feel of clean on the skin. And certainly sonic spatula will do the same. And we actually had a wonderful article in InStyle magazine naming our spatula as one of the best skin tools. So great, great, very portable, not expensive, excellent tool for exfoliation and removing deep-rooted grime and makeup from the skin. You know, although the skin was almost cleansed twice, I'm still removing the makeup from the skin. So this is very important part of any facial, is to really deep cleanse the skin correctly. Otherwise, whatever you're doing, if you're putting serums, if you're massaging the skin afterwards, you're just going to basically massage everything deeper into the pores. And then if you have an accumulation of dirt and grime on the skin, you're not going to be able to have as effective facial, right? So this is a very important part and procedure of the facial. So afterwards, take the tissue, pat dry, put the tissue flat on the skin, okay? So we're not doing rubbing the tissue on the face. Why? Because you know that tissues have, paper is made from what? Paper is made from wood. And you may have tiny, tiny little wood particles still remaining in the tissue. You don't want to scratch the face, okay? So always pat dry everything. Make sure everything is beautifully dry. Check the neck area from behind. You don't want to have any moisture dripping down the neck area because clients don't really like that. It feels like little ants crawling on their skin. Okay, keep your chin up, my darling. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to, now that the skin is clean, how does it feel? Does it feel wonderful already?
Amazing.
Amazing. So you may want to show the client a mirror just even after that process of deep cleansing, because here you are, Ariel. Doesn't this look wonderful already?
Wow.
Do you see that?
Pretty.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
And we just deep cleanse. So imagine what's going to happen going forward. So now we're ready for our first step of the 4-layer facial, which is the Repechage C serum. I don't know why nothing you're able to see with this. Where? Here? No, they still cannot see it. No.
There's something on my eyelash.
There's something on your eyelash.
The left one.
This here,
Left one.
here,
Okay, under.
here
Under, yeah. There you go.
is your eyelash. Okay, better?
Yes.
Okay. So the first step of the 4-layer facial is serum. No, it's very bright. So it's the C serum. C serum is made from Laminaria digitata seaweed. This particular seaweed, Laminaria digitata, we harvest in United States off the coast of Maine. It's sustainably harvested. Laminaria digitata can live up to 60 years as we don't remove the roots. In fact, no seaweed has roots. An entire body of seaweed, it's called thallus. And once the seaweed is harvested, what do we do then? We air dry it under enclosed environment and then bring it into our plant in New Jersey. And we actually process the seaweed. So once we process the seaweed in our proprietary filtration tank, the seaweed is then almost brewed for 3 months in our refrigeration system. In these 3 months, all of the elements of seaweed kind of get fermented. It's like making a wine. And then the serum becomes very, very rich in all of the trace elements. We have 42 trace elements. We have 18 amino acids. And as you know, amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So this is good for what? For increase of elasticity, for increase of collagen in the skin. It helps with the fibroblast proliferation. And also we have beautiful phytohormones, because did you know that there is actually a male seaweed and a female seaweed? And they are naughty little plants and they have offsprings. So there's no butterflies to pollinate seaweed in the sea. There are also over 40,000 different species of seaweed worldwide. Repechage has actually science on at least 14 different seaweeds that we use. But the main event in the sea serum is our Laminaria digitata seaweed. So it's again rich in trace elements, amino acids, vitamins. We have 12 vitamins. We have florotannins. We have phytohormones. We have actually everything in Laminaria digitata that we need, our skin needs at the cellular level. So you massage it into the skin Work downwards on your platysma muscle towards the heart, outwards on the décolleté, inwards on your trapezius muscle, and upwards onto the occipital area. This is where you have lots of lymph nodes. You can basically pump those a bit. And also in and around platysma muscle, you have lots of lymph nodes right in here, underneath the chin as well. So this feels really nice. And by the earlobes, we have also lymph nodes. So this is a very nice way to start also the purification process in the skin as well. I love doing that type of a movement. How does it feel? Do you like that, Ariel?
Peaceful and amazing.
Peaceful and amazing. I love the description. Yes. So this is really, really nice, peaceful and amazing. I love it. Great. Okay. So now we're going on to our second step of the 4-layer facial. And that is our step number 2. And we are using again a full paquette, step number 2. And this is a wonderful cream that comes, the formula here is without any oil. It has lactic acid. It has laminaria digitata. It has hyaluronic acid, niacinamide. And you know, imagine that I've launched 4-layer facial in 1980. Who then was talking about hyaluronic acid? Who was talking about niacinamide? Nobody. I'm always like 40 years ahead of myself. But this is why the Repoussage 4-layer facial is still today one of our #1 treatments worldwide. So begin a full massage with starting off with the effleurage movement, which is one hand follows the other. Gently, you're going to work that upwards. Wonderful. Scissors around the mouth area, upwards. Now I should have you sit there with a mannequin head so you could actually follow my movements and we could do the massage together. But you also have my videos, and this will be also available to you for replay, so you can follow up the massage instructions. And yeah, or use your knee so you can, like Vicky just said, you can just learn the movements properly, okay? So now this is a kneading movement. So you want to go downwards, again, do the kneading on the décolleté area. That feels amazing. Do the kneading on the trapezius. That's your muscles that hold the whole world on your shoulders, right? We have always a lot of pain right in there. How does it feel, Ariel? Amazing?
Magnificent.
Magnificent. Okay, use your thumbs to relax it. Move those muscles. Get deep inside. And once the client is relaxed, you begin your massage. So we work in with pétrissage movement on the forehead. So pétrissage is gentle squeezing and pinching of the skin between your 2 fingers, right? So this works wonderfully on the large frontalis muscle on your forehead. So when you're frowning, you're involving your frontalis muscle, you're involving your corrugator muscle. Your corrugator muscle here is what draws the 2 brows together. move on to the temporal area, work in outward circular motions on the forehead. This feels really nice. As you're working in upward circular motion, basically lift gently the brow upwards, switch the movement and go towards the nose area, and then do a little step up. So we're using index and middle finger. So you're touching the corrugator muscle, you're touching the nerve trunk here, and that works beautifully actually in even releasing the tension and working well on getting rid of that big frown that looks always like you are mad, right? You're not mad, you're perhaps just thinking or deep in your thoughts, but this is what happens right here. So doing the step up with those two fingers feels really wonderful. And am I saying the truth, Ariel? Doesn't that feel wonderful?
Most definitely.
Okay. Then circular motion around the eye area. That is beautiful. And then a piano movement around the eye area. Beautiful. Upwards. Again, through the nose, around. Then we go down to the chin area, circular motions, work circular motions on the lip area. Your lip area muscle is called orbiculi-oris. Go on to the buccinator and do a butterfly. And then switch. Use the kneading motion. And I like using the kneading motion in and around where the upper and lower jawline locks, because a lot of people grind their teeth at night. And there is a lot of pain right in here. So this is like a blessing for the client because they really feel completely like, oh my gosh, this feels so amazing, okay? So you really want to work deeper, like shiatsu movement, deeper tissue movement right in there. Okay. So that is beautiful. This is my movement. I call this waltz around the face. But this is a nice effleurage movement. You cross your hands at the chin area and you massage the whole face. Then you go downwards on the platysma muscle again, outwards, inwards, and down through the platysma, in and out. And you repeat this at least 3 or 4 times. And then we go into a rapid rolling and tappement. Rolling and tappement. Rolling and tappement. Rolling and tappement. And move it on to the next side, the same thing. Roll, tap, roll, tap. You can also do a little bit of pétrissage on the cheek area and move upwards for the rolling movement on the forehead. Then do vibration. Vibration is using all your fingers. Tap, 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 tap. And I call it a real workout for the face. That's like Zumba dancing for your face. You feel invigorated, your circulation is going, blood is flowing, you feel relaxed. I'm going to tell you that's what your clients are going to come back for. The best facial massage. Because my clients have always said to me, I just feel great. I feel like I had a full body massage. I had a workout. I feel lighter. I feel wonderful. When can I come back? I never had to ask my clients to come back. They always ask me, when can I come back again? Can I come back tomorrow? And this is what you want. You want your clients to want to come back to see you. And this is the one thing I'm going to tell you from my experience of almost 45 years, but who's counting, that this is really, really what's going to bring your client back. They want to come back for this particular amazing, wonderful, and peaceful feeling that they're going to get from the massage. Ariel, am I right?
You were absolutely right.
Okay. So now that we had this beautifully invigorating treatment, we are putting in the bowl seaweed mask. Robert, we have to adjust the lights later. Yeah, they're just too bright. Yeah. And then we're squeezing in seaweed gel. I think it's a little better maybe now. Maybe it's just too much exposure, right? Okay. Oh, much better. And then we mixing the seaweed mask, which is combining 3A powder with 3B gel. You want to mix it first, you see, mix it, and then whip it, whip it, whip it. So much better, Rob, because it was like washing everything out. So you hear the noise, That's me whipping. This is why I don't have to go to the gym. I work on my biceps because I whip, whip, whip. Okay. Once you whip it, you're going to have a beautiful, smooth mask on that you're going to put on the skin in upward movement. So just to share with you one thing, this is how I teach everyone. If you're a good baker and you know how to frost a cake, for example, shortcake, strawberry shortcake, right? What do we use? The shortcake is so fluffy and so gentle. So you have to be very gentle when you apply the cream onto the shortcake, otherwise you're going to break the cake. So think of the movement with the seaweed mask. It's gentle, it's light. I'm not putting any pressure at all on the seaweed mask. I'm just using the spatula as literally an applicator that drags the seaweed mask onto the skin. So very gentle, you can come very close to the eye area. That's the beauty about this facial. Cover the brows, because you know what? A lot of people have itchy brows. You know why? Because they're doing a lot of makeup, you know, stenciling, pencil, all of that. So the seaweed mask is beautiful for the eyebrows as well. It really cleanses deeply and hydrates the skin. And don't be afraid to come very close to the eye area. That's the beauty about the seaweed mask. Go down on the neck area as well. You want to as well hydrate everything that you possibly can. And you certainly have enough of the mask that you'll be able to do that, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, okay. Very nice. Like I have said, I like to come as close as possible to the eye area so I can treat and hydrate the skin around the eyes as well. And very often all the masks tell you, stay away, stay away, stay away. And now we have also repechage unidose packaging for, better, but not perfect. Maybe you can reduce the light a little more. Okay, so we have this. Oh, better. And we put tissues on the edges of the seaweed mask. Beautiful. You want to make sure that the tissue sticks to the mask. And we do that for a couple of reasons. Number one, you want to do that to help you later on to remove the mineral mask from the face. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, you protect any flyaway hair that may then be caught in the mineral mask. Can I go with wide view, please? Right. So basically, if you can see, you have seen it, tissues all around the edges. Again, the purpose of it is to protect the hair, to make sure that the client's hair is protected, to make sure that later on when we remove the mask, that we can actually have a very smooth removal of both the mineral mask as well as the seaweed mask. So with this particular mask, seaweed mask, repechage seaweed mask, you're going to wait 7 minutes. During this time, you want to do a hand massage. That's what I love doing. I love doing the hand massage during this time. And for that reason, we're using the repechage Sea Spa hand cream with lavender essential oil. And Vicky is so kind, she's going to actually spoil Ariel and give her the nice hand massage with her nice bling, Ariel. We like blings. Excuse me, let me make you warm now because I know we had you like, remove this, remove that. Okay, are you more comfortable? Okay, great. All right. So Vicky is doing a beautiful hand massage, which is really, this is such a, such a little step, but it makes such a big difference for the client. They love it. They certainly always say, oh, this feels wonderful. Nobody ever does this for me when I go for other places to facials. So I must tell you, this is a great step. And this is what you have to do. So normally, again, we would wait about 5 to 7 minutes. But I'm going to use now the step 4B with the powder 4A, and I'm going to mix it. So while Vicky is massaging, I'm going to mix the mask. I'm going to get it ready for the facial, for the application. And you do have enough of time for about you probably want to mix the mask for good 1 to 2 minutes. You want to combine the gel, you want to combine the mineral powder. So the mineral powder is composed of magnesium, it's composed of calcium silicate, calcium carbonate, and then again, what am I doing? I'm whipping. You want to get to the center of the bowl. This is why we also use the rubber ball, because it's very flexible and it allows us to really mix the mask very, very well. And then it's very easy cleanup, because when you're ready, when the mask dries in the bowl, all you have to do is just clean up the particles into the garbage bag, and then wash it off into the sink. So let's go close up. So again, this is applying now a vanilla frosting onto the pistachio cake, right? So what we're doing here again is working gently with the spatula. You're not going to be putting any pressure whatsoever. You're just going to work very, very gently and applying the treatment onto the face. Okay. So you want to just layer it. The client at this time is not speaking. They're just relaxing. They most likely will take a nap. And you want to just have very beautiful application. What the client is going to feel in a little while, once the mask goes on, they're going to start feeling nice and warm. The heat is going to probably start in about, I would say, 5 minutes from the application. So you do have ample amount of time to apply the mask onto the face. And what you want to do when it comes to applying the mask under the upper, I should say, over the upper lip area, use the other side of the spatula, the thinner one, and you apply it over the lip area on the top.
Any tips for applying this you can give everybody?
Yeah, I mean, as you have seen, I'm using almost no pressure on application. So just layering literally the mineral composite onto the face. And the important part, if you want to make sure that the mask is distributing the heat evenly, if you want to make sure that the mask is going to come out in one piece, that basically you are going to make sure that you apply it as evenly as you possibly can. Okay, so now that the mask is on, we have good 15 minutes. I'm going to actually come back to you and have do now the presentation. So we did this a little bit differently this time, but there was a purpose for it. And the purpose was that we're going to have enough of time for the mask to set. So certainly the repechage 4-layer facial is the ultimate seaweed lifting facial for all skin types. And the 4-layer facial with the upgrades, as you have seen me using the Luminex mask for deeper exfoliation, is just simply the most luxurious and most effective treatment all over the world in 50 countries. I want to share with you About repêchage, you know, we are a professional skincare leader since 1980. We have our own factory here in Secaucus, New Jersey. We have our R&D. We are an ISO certified. We are a Sedesco member, an associate member, and repêchage has over 180 products that are sold in 50 countries. For those of you who have just joined us or don't know me very well, I'm the president and founder of repêchage, and I'm also the president of Sedesco Section USA here in United States. And I've been a president since I've been a president of Sedesco since 2005. I've received many, many wonderful awards that are always a great pleasure to receive. Sedesco Médaille du Mérite, Corporate Growth Award by Association of Corporate Growth in New Jersey, LNE Crystal Award, Dermasco Legend Award, Ekman Award, NCA Pillar Award for Education when they were still around, and from the hair section of Intercoiffure Mondiale, a Chevalier Knight Award.
Repêchage, founded in 1980 by CEO and skincare expert Lydia Sarfati, pioneered seaweed-based professional skincare treatments and products in the U.S. Together with her husband David and daughter Shiri, the Sarfatis independently own and run a 50,000 square foot ISO 9001-2015 certified manufacturing, research, development, and training facility in the USA. With over 70 awards and sold in over 50 countries worldwide, Repêchage is the global leader in professional skincare. On July 23, 1980, Repêchage launched the now world-renowned 4-layer facial at the Pierre Hotel in New York City, based on Repêchage's exclusive Laminaria digitata seaweed filtrate, an extract derived by a proprietary process that maintains the rich nutrients of the seaweed, including 12 vitamins, 18 amino acids, and 42 trace elements. Hailed by Cosmopolitan UK as the best facial of the century, this facial treatment also introduced an entirely new concept of unidose applications that assures both quality control and consistent results. This innovative, groundbreaking system, now incorporated into all the Repêchage signature professional treatments, has proven to create a truly luxurious spa experience that is both safe and effective. The 1980s also saw the launch of the Repêchage Original Seaweed Skincare Collection, including the multi-award-winning Hydro Complex PFS and Sea Serum Seaweed Filtrate. Repêchage makes waves in the media and is featured in Vogue, Women's Wear Daily, and on CNN. The 1990s brought expansion across the U.S. and around the world, launching in Asia and Europe. Repêchage continues to develop the first-of-its-kind products, including the introduction of Rapidex Marine Exfoliator with phytomarine actives, the first safe and effective unidose exfoliating program, presented in a patented, oversized cotton swab applicator that quickly becomes a global sensation. By 1995, Repêchage is at the forefront of the .com curve, with the launch of Repêchage.com, winning the American Beauty Association Award for Best Electronic Advertising for Salons. With the new millennium, Repêchage continues to launch innovative seaweed-based collections for every skin concern, while incorporating breakthrough skincare science, utilizing the latest ingredients while backing it with clinical and dermatological studies. Repêchage becomes not only a spa and salon favorite, but also enters into medical practices and medi-spas as a premier clinical-based skincare range. Repêchage also works with leading marine biologists and aquaculturists to source sustainably harvested seaweed in the pristine North Atlantic waters off the coast of Maine, sourcing and extracting its main ingredient in the USA while being eco-friendly. Repêchage consistently updates formulations and makes sure products are paraben-free, free of synthetic fragrances, and dermatologist tested to ensure the best and highest quality products. The 2010s usher in new standards, with Repechage becoming ISO 9001-2015 certified, assuring the highest quality standards of operation and management. As Repechage embarks on the next decade during unprecedented times, the company's status as leaders in developing the safest unidose professional treatments is confirmed. Repechage continues to strengthen its online education, mentorship, and assistance, helping beauty professionals to see further success and growth. Repechage is awarded the Hero Award for its commitment to the community and generous ongoing donation to first responders. For Repechage, it is the clients and professional partners who are the heroes today. You are part of the Repechage global family, residing in 50 countries, speaking dozens of different languages, united in helping people feel and look their best and achieve success. Repechage Beauty from the Sea, since 1980.
Well, now I think you know everything about Repechage there is to know, and then some more. So this is a very important certificate because it proves to you, it certifies us as a company that is following the international quality standards of operation. Whether we develop the product, whether we manufacture, R&D, research and development, education, and marketing, as well as even shipping. It's all being certified on regular basis once a year with outside agency that come in here for 2 days and torture us, but we always pass with flying colors. So this is very important for you to know, because especially today in a very crowded world of internet companies that come and go, you don't know how the products are made. So you, as a future professional working now with Repechage, you can rest in peace knowing that we produce the best skincare products that meet GMP, quality control, as well as are clinically tested, and every product goes through very intensive, rapid, repeat insult patch test. And that is usually done on 50 patients by the outside laboratory dermatologist signed off. So safety is very important. And of course, clinical results are very important. With Repechage commitment to delivering the very best products with quality, with science, with utilizing the best natural ingredients from the sea and the earth, you always will be safe knowing that you are working already with the very best there is. So definitely the 4-layer facial sets that standard for giving the client within 60 minutes all of the brilliant results that they expect. Cleaner, more hydrated, lifted, firmer complexion, all done during the treatment with great care, attention, and delivering the most relaxing experience as well. Wellness, holistic approach, and beauty all comes together with Repechage. And for that reason, Repechage has been seen in many magazines. Today, we're advertising New Beauty, which is a magazine that when you look at the newsstands for it, you will see the thickest magazine around still. Not Vogue, not Allure, nobody else has the 400 pages as they do. So here I am, 1980, launching the 4-layer facial at the Pierre Hotel. I always look at this makeup and said, definitely Elvira. I mean, really intense makeup and very short hair. So skin aging, as you know, is all about retaining the proper moisture level. And I have to tell you, nothing out there does it better than seaweed. Seaweed is the most beautiful and the best ingredient that the planet can offer to us. Not only is it important for nutrients in cosmetics, but it's important food, it's important fuel, it is an important fertilizer, it's excellent to feed cows and horses with it because it reduces methane production from the cows. So seaweed is like a real true miracle of a plant in this world. And aging happens every day. You know, I always will tell you, skin aging happens by both intrinsic and extrinsic factors. We are all born with beautiful skin, but what is that we do to it over the decades of our life? That's how we're going to look when we are 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and beyond. You can look healthy, wholesome, and beautiful when you take good care of your skin. And the key here, always remember, importance of moisture retention in the skin, retaining the skin barrier, restoring the skin barrier, and basically never to compromise the skin barrier. So the process of dehydration, the loss of that transepidermal moisture loss occurs when waters from the inner layers of the skin are drawn out to the surface. And that is sun, pollution, flying on the plane, standing on the mountain, using harsh soaps, using petrolatums on your face, for example, petroleum jelly. Somebody once told me, oh, all you need is a petroleum jelly, which is Vaseline on your face, and that's the best moisturizer. Actually, that draws more moisture from the epidermal layers to the surface of the skin, causing even further dehydration. So drinking water is certainly important because that is the purpose of elimination, purification, detoxification, and hydration of your whole body is essential. But drinking more water does not really mean that your water on the skin, on the surface, is going to be retained, okay? Remember that skin is basically very difficult to penetrate. Why? Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to take shower, you wouldn't be able to go to swim, you would be like absorbing all this water and then going out like a big giant, you know, bumblebee, right? You see those commercials. So skin has that barrier, but the barrier is removed when we play around with harsh chemicals, when we do all type of crazy things to the skin. So always respect that stratum corneum. Not to bore you again, but the importance of seaweed is very, very, very important. No other plant will deliver the nutrients that seaweed will deliver. No other plant will have the greatest source of polysaccharides, which maintain our skin's barrier, alginic acid that lacks the moisture in the skin, the phytohormones, the trace elements, the vitamins, the minerals, the proteins, the lipids. There's no other plant that in one single source delivers absolutely everything. In fact, when we're talking about so-called cosmeceuticals, seaweed, marine cosmeceutical is the most important. So minerals and seaweed, always the research indicates that nothing is greater in delivering the most important minerals into the skin. And electrolytes in seaweed, the minerals in microalgae absolutely cause an uptake diffusion through cells and transport across the cell membrane and assimilation, incorporation into the cellular components. So minerals are taken up into the seaweed cytoplasma as charged particles or ions. And this is a key important element. The brown algae generally is recognized for the ability to accumulate these minerals because of their structural and physiological features. Polysaccharides in the cell wall of brown seaweed enables the accumulation of iodine and other trace elements. Nothing is more beneficial and healthy than seaweed. I just want to share with you this tablet of all the trace elements. Take a look at it. 42 trace elements. Tomatoes don't have it, bananas don't have it, seaweed has it. 18 amino acids, including tryptophan. You don't have to eat turkey, you can eat seaweed and get a better night's sleep. 12 vitamins. I mean, look at that. Folic acid, B1, B12, B2, B3, which is, by the way, the niacinamide, vitamin C, E. K1 is basically doing what? Building the capillary wall. So it prevents what? Broken capillaries in the skin. So you have clients with rosacea, for example, nothing beats it. Nothing delivers greater results than seaweed. Phytohormones, chlorophyll, alginates, laminares, cytokinins. I mean, it's really absolutely amazing. And the laminaria digitata extracts that we use in our sea serum is just an absolute best product for the skin. So seaweed filter is, as you know, the core of all repechage products. And we use that proprietary technology that helps to retain the greatest concentration of nutrients. And today, we continue to do wild, sustainably harvested seaweed right here in the USA. When I started the company first in 1980, we harvested the seaweed in the Brittany coast of France, where the harvest has been taking place since the 1600s. So the 4-layer facial that I have demonstrated to you comes in this wonderful box. Everything that you need to perform the 4-layer facial is in the box, and the box contains 4 complete facial treatments. So 4 treatments in a uni-dose packaging for all your clients. All right, let's go back into the demonstration. Don't. Okay, sorry. Oh my goodness. So we had beautiful Ariela fell asleep, which is wonderful. Don't laugh, and broke my mask, but that's okay because the still mask worked, and she had a beautiful nap. So I'm just going to your hair. Okay. Sorry, usually this all comes out in one piece. Ariela was in deep sleep and moved her face. All right. The beauty is that the treatment is still very effective. And we're going to remove the seaweed mask from the face. Keep your eyes closed, please. And then just gently remove the residue of the mask from the skin. They want to Just make sure that nothing is under the nose. Okay, and going to, I think that's that. And I'm going to have Vicky finish it off with applying the moisturizer and algo mist on the skin. Just want to make sure that, how does it feel, Ariel? Good?
Refreshing.
Okay, Vicky, it's all yours, my dear. I have a split screen. That looks great.
Lydia, I just want to say that the results of that treatment never cease to amaze me. You know, when I first worked with you all those years ago, this treatment, you know, it's amazing how it stood the test of time. It is still fabulous. It is still so incredible in terms of the impact that it makes on the client, the results.
Yeah, I mean, her
I just
skin
love
looks
it.
completely different. I mean, it looks very even tone. And because we did the peel, Vicky's applying the face shield. So that will give her, the face shield is an equivalent to about SPF 30 with zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. It also serves as a wonderful primer.
Yes.
Wonderful. So do we have any questions from the audience? Ariel, how does it feel? Feels great. So was this your very first facial, Ariel?
Yes.
So you started on the top.
That's right.
You started on the top. Your skin looks gorgeous. Show her the mirror, please, so she can admire herself.
Lydia, Miss Lucas have a question over here in Atlanta.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, that was amazing. She looks great. My students said her skin looked amazing before you started. It
And
really
now
Right,
look.
but now it looks even better. Ariel, put
Yeah.
the mirror down, honey. Look how even toned the whole complexion is. I mean, while
Yeah.
her skin was pretty,
A layer.
this is like taking it to a whole different level, right?
She is very, very bright, glowing. Yes.
Amazing. So any of your
Question?
students have comments or questions?
Sure. They're asking
Hello.
about, they're asking how much would the kit cost if they wanted to try and get it? How much would you sell this service for? We know what we sell it for here at the school, but if they were to provide this service for representatives, what is the going price that you would
$150. The starting price with everything that we did now is about $150 because
Okay.
it does take about a good hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, okay.
For example, in some, destination resorts and hotels, they charge about $225. So I would go anywhere from $150 to $225, depending on where you are working, what is the location, etc.
How much would the SD pay for this kit? How much is the kit running for a back bar?
Right. So the esthetician salon cost for all 4 facials, Tony, is $79.
It's $83.50, and that is
$83.50.
for complete treatments with each of the steps needed, other than the peel. If you're adding the peel on, that's additional, and you would decide what you're using in your consultation based on the client's skin.
Okay.
So $83.50 for a box of one, and box of one has 4 facials.
Okay. Cool thing. Cool.
Mommy, you don't make
More
that.
questions?
Okay.
You have to have your license. She's not gonna sell it before you receive your license. Yeah. She does not offer opportunity for us to purchase except for you have a license.
Yeah, you have to be licensed to purchase the treatment. We can certainly, any students that want to sign on to our professional site, we can grant them student access. I'm happy to do that for them. It doesn't give them purchasing power because they're not licensed. That would be acquired once their license is achieved. However, if you want to send me a list of names and their email addresses, I'm happy to arrange for them to receive activation links so they can look over the products. There is access to the general information for them.
Okay. Cool beans.
Karen, when is everyone graduating?
Most of these are new crossovers that are in here now, so they got about another 5 months with me at minimum. I
Great,
just graduated a whole, but right now, when do you graduate?
wonderful,
One of my earliest is probably December.
good.
That's coming up. Well, and you're graduating next month, October. I have an October baby in here.
Nice. So definitely lots to learn. And as you know, we have a full library of videos that they can look and learn. I think Markham has that on your site, but
Yes,
it's learning
video.
with, I'm sure he
Yes.
does. Markham, are you still on?
Yes.
How you doing? I miss
I am
talking
well.
to you.
Sorry, I'm in Greensboro right now, so I'm getting pulled in about 20 different directions.
I hear you. I know how the drums beat, to what beat you have to be walking to. But so nice to have your team on, and Tiffany and Monica and Karen. I hope this was a nice lesson for everyone, and that your students have learned something more today than they normally do. So I'm always happy to share my knowledge and my experience with your future professionals, Markham, and your teachers.
Well, we greatly appreciate it. We always get so much out of it, so thank you.
Thank you so much. So thank you all. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, and have a wonderful day. If there are no more questions, we see you next time.
Thank
Lydia,
you.
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.